Hello and welcome to another ProCraft video. Today we're going to be looking at a woodturners box hinge, which is that little bit of kit there. We'll take it out of the packet and show you a close-up. There you can see, nice ornate inside, a little bow clasp there, and on the opposite side the two sections where the wood parts fit in. We've got a nice little bit of oak. We're going to pop that on the lathe, show you how to make the project. Hope you find it interesting. So I'm just roughing out the square bit of wood to start with and getting it round, and you'll see in a minute I just pop the chisel on top of the wood. That's so if the chisel bounces on top of the wood I can feel that it's not quite round yet. I've got a tenon at either end of the block for mounting in the chuck, and we're going to split this piece of wood in two to make a top and a bottom part. The top part's slightly larger than the bottom, simply because of the shape that I'm making today, which is acorn shaped. I'm doing the bottom section first, and you can hold the part up against the wood to gauge roughly the size that you need to make it, and you can use the part itself and judge as you're cutting it to get a good fit on the top. As you can see there, I'm just cutting another small tenon and making sure the gold part fits on top of that little tenon. Once it fits well and you can leave it there, you can use a pencil to mark around the inside, and that'll give you the mark where you need to hollow out the bottom of the project in whichever shape that you like. When turning and hollowing out, if you hollow out to remove the pencil mark that you've made, that should give you a good link between the wood and the box hinge. Once hollowed, we can check the fit of the hinge and the inside, and a little bit of finishing just to smooth it off, and we're then ready to look at shaping the bottom part of the project. Here I'm using some sanding sealer and some friction polish, and we're now ready to carry on and start to shape the project. So we'll go and finish the bottom of the project. This one is flat on the bottom, so it'll stand up, which makes it slightly easier than the top will be, as you'll see. Once again, checking the fit, doing a final sand and finish, check the fit, and then a little bit of sanding sealer and friction polish again, and then we'll just remove that from the lathe, ready to carry on with the top. Now we're moving on to the top section, and again I'm going to cut another tenon and fit the box hinge on and get a good fit, mark around the inside of the ring where we can hollow out for the top section, again whichever shape you like. When I cut the inside of this part of the ring, I cut the inside slightly flat because I'm going to have to remove this section, turn it round and remount it on the chuck again for the final shaping and finishing of the top of the acorn shape. Little bit of finishing, checking the fit, and then we're going to start to look at shaping the top section. And we're going to remove this, turn it round and remount it back in the chuck again for the final finish. You can see that I've put again sanding sealer and some friction polish on the inside of that before removing it from the chuck to turn it around. And here we can check the bottom part so we can see what the project is beginning to look like when it's put together. I'm now turning the project round, and as you'll see I'm using the tail stock to make sure that I've centred the top part of the project back onto the lathe. There's a mark where I did the original turnings that was left there, and that really helps to centre the project. Once that's removed, we can then carry on and shape the project, as you can see here. And it's now a case of getting the correct shape and doing the final finish. As you'll see, I've mounted the top section using the metal jaws of the chuck, which is going to leave a slight mark on the inside. You may have some other equipment that you prefer to use if you have soft jaws. You could use jaws on the outside, but it makes finishing the top a little bit difficult because you have to get very close to the jaws. But now it's just a question, a little bit of finishing, and then we can look at putting the project together. Well, I hope that's been useful. Here we've got the finished product, all glued up together. I've used CA adhesive to glue this, and there we can see the project and how it opens. As I said earlier, nice simple project, makes a really good gift. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to drop us a line. We're always pleased to hear from you. Until next time, thanks for watching. Bye bye.